finally it's here.
This time of year are our biggest seeding weeks because we do large quantities at a time. It's amazing to me how quick the weeds come up.
Cardboard.
Yeah, so we got 3 beds done. I love when stuff gets done. Yeah, our neighbors tell stories of the year this washed out, and they had to drive through our neighbor's property up through our field.
Yay! I think spring finally is here. Let me see. Today is April 9th. It's about time to start working in the other high tunnel. The other one is completely full, and this one is ready to start put other things. We are gonna put here. Let me see if I remember. Cucumbers and summer squash. So that's gonna be my goal for today. Prepare the soil and get ready for cucumbers and summer squash. This is the spinach. That one will keep in, and I will working on those 2 beds behind me. This one and the other one. I think this one is gonna be the summer squash, and the other one is gonna be cucumbers, and the other one close to the wall. I think, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna planting more radishes for now, and we still have hopes to put planting on the other one maybe next week, because the weather I think is gonna be a little hot. So, but we'll see. We are not sure, but we have big hopes. All right. So first thing is to take off this plastic. I'm going to harvesting this cabbages. I should be leaving here, but I will give it to the chicken. They will appreciate.
Betsy, what are we doing in here?
We're seeding everything that we blocked out yesterday.
Yeah, we've been seeding all morning. Jamie from across the street came and helped because this time of year are our biggest seeding weeks because we do large quantities at a time. So today we seeded all of our tomatoes.
Yeah.
But then we have to do our regular seeding. Plus,
and then the first market trays are all seeded
now.
now.
First market trays. So you can see there's trays there, trays here, and then we've already put the onion trays, because there's no room over here, in the cool side of this greenhouse. So now Betsy and I she's seeding the last of the bean trays.
Beet
trees. And then we have to do the onions for market, and I'm doing the green onions for the next planting.
right, perfect. So now we need to so now we need two plastic. Both it's gonna be 1 by 18, so which means one hole by 18 inches. All right, everything is ready for Sunday. I think Sunday is when we will be planting or transplanting the summer squash and cucumbers. And now I will put a few more of this claim, and that will be the set for today. Thank you. See that?
It's mud season. The good news is it feels like warm up is on the horizon finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Usually we've got plastic on the hoop houses by now. We're getting ready to plant in there if we haven't already. But it's close now.
It's close,
I
yeah.
think after next week the snow will be gone enough to be able to start doing stuff. We have a lot of days coming up, high 40s and mid 50s.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah, definitely. And the overnight temperatures above freezing helps a lot to get rid of the snow. So you can see we still have a ton of snow, but we are starting to see our pasture in a few places.
Yeah.
Which means soon the chickens will be out on pasture, because right now they are so noisy and they're all hanging around up here. I'm ready for the chickens.
Yeah. Moving away from here.
To get out of the pasture, or to get out on pasture. So we have several projects that we're going to be working on in the next couple of days. We have member deliveries tomorrow. This will be, I think we did one harvest of spinach in December or in January before we got those super cold temperatures. So we're doing another harvest today. The spinach is coming in really good. I got a lot of members that wanted spinach, so we're doing that today. I have to make muesli.
Ooh.
We make some muesli here for our members. We can do that under the cottage food laws here in Michigan. So I'm doing that today. What are you going to work on?
Not too many things. I think radishes, they need to go, and
maybe the peas and some radishes. We're trying, because the peas are now, the second round of peas are ready to go in this second high tunnel, and we were trying to figure out, because we don't want it, we want to save half of this high tunnel for peppers, because the peppers did so good in there last year. I don't want to put them out, but we may not have a choice, because we may have to plant in there. But so the peas are ready to go in though, so we either scrap this round of peas or we just try to figure out a spot. And so I think we're going to do peas and radishes in the last bed. But yesterday you got ready for the cucumbers and the summer squash, which summer crops. I'm so excited. Those are the first two crops we put in every year for summer crops. And I'm excited. They're ready to go in the ground. You just have to keep them covered, make sure they don't get too cold.
Oh yeah, but at this point they are safe.
Yeah, we're warm enough now. All right, well, those are the projects we're going to be working on today. And tomorrow I'll be doing member deliveries. And then tomorrow is family day at Harry's. So after deliveries, we'll be going to do that. So yeah, that's going to be a good weekend for us.
Yep. Sunday busy, Monday busy.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
All right. Back to work.
So I just thought I'd bring you in the greenhouse and just show you a little bit of what we have going on. Yesterday we had a big seeding day. So we have 3 weeks, the end of March, beginning of April, that are very busy for seeding. We do our onion trays, then we do our pepper trays, then we do our tomato trays. So what I have right here right now are our germinated onions. So we have the shallots, yellow onions. Yellow onions are also at the back of the table there. Then we have white onions. These are sweet onions. And then we have the red onions here. What I'm going to do right now is water. This is the cooler side of the greenhouse, so this is the side we do not keep heated. But our night temperatures are going to be warm enough now that that side of the greenhouse will stay warm enough to keep this side from freezing, which is great because we need this table space now. We don't have enough table space over there anymore to keep all of the starts. So let me show you what we have going on the other side. Alright, so I'm about to water in here and get a few things done, but you can see we have most of our cool season crops for the next planting. These are just waiting to be ready to go in the ground. We planted them a little later than normal because obviously with all the snow on the ground we knew we wouldn't be planting for a while. Jose today though is going to put these peas in the ground. They're about ready to get planted. He's going to do them along with radishes because in the past we've planted radishes with our peas and we just need to save bed space right now because of how behind we are. And then we've got at the head of the table up there are our cucumbers and summer squash, which are ready to go in the ground. We're going to do it on Sunday. And then we have spinaches, turnips, broccolis, kohlrabis, cabbages, beets, and then right here are our salad mixes. Over here we have our next round of cool season crops. So these just got seeded yesterday. It'll stay warm enough in here now for the cool season crops to germinate out here. The beauty with that is we no longer have to do the tray dance where we're moving them from here into the germination room and then moving them back, so it saves us a step. We still put the warm season crops in the germination room because we can keep it a lot warmer in there and get those seeds germinated. So the peppers and tomatoes will be in there for another week or two until we're ready to really start heating this, because at that point we have to keep this heated to 55, and we don't like to do that until we absolutely have to. But I need to get all of these trays that we did yesterday watered. So we always try to water in here early in the morning because we want the leaves of all of these plants to dry out before it cools off in the evening. Especially for the warm season crops that we have down there, the cucumbers and the summer squash, we really want their leaves to dry out before it cools off in here at night. Just helps to keep the disease level down, helps keep the plants a little bit healthier. Because Jose wants to plant these peas today, I'm going to give them a really good water. So this is the spinach I'm going to be harvesting today. I got several members that need it, so hopefully I can get a pretty good amount. And then these are the two beds that Jose got ready for cucumbers and summer squash. So he'll be doing that on Sunday. I love when things start coming together. That will be the row, the far row over there will be the one for peas and radishes. It's amazing to me how quick the weeds come up.
Okay, the soil is ready to put the peas in the ground. So, but I think I want to work on that on Sunday, not today. Today I will do other things. Other things are very important too, like keep the grass or weed under control. So I want to put this cardboard like this. the reason we do this is because we have a lot of grass here, and we try to keep it under control. So, and I want to do the same thing on the other side.
Morning.
Morning.
We are out here checking on things.
Yep.
They're calling for some serious flooding over this week through Wednesday because of the amount of rain. We got rain yesterday. It's drizzling a little bit right now. But we just want to show you how much, within the last 48 hours, the snow has cleared out so much. But we still have a lot. This is one of our hoop houses here that we have to get the plastic on. Should already have the plastic on.
Yeah.
But it's very close to being ready. And then we have two further out here. They take a while because there's a lot of water down in there, but Jose had the intelligence last fall to put plastic down, right? So that'll make the soil dry out a little bit faster, but it is in a low spot. We may eventually move those two tunnels. Then this tunnel up here is pretty close too. We can probably put plastic on that pretty quick. So maybe by tomorrow, or Jose said Wednesday, we probably will be doing some plastic. We need to get it on our tunnel that we use for keeping starts in. We need to get it on this one. So a lot of plastic needs to go up pretty quick here. And then everything's looking good in the high tunnels. Today we're going to plant out those cucumbers and summer squash. We waited a couple of days to do it, but we'll get that done today. All right. I want to go out though. We're going to walk around the property and see the flooding because there is a lot of water on the farm right now. Not where we plant, but in our low spots. So we want to take a look.
Yeah. Wow.
This is the neighbor's field that's kind of kitty corner from us. Now this is just a low spot in their field. This whole corner's a little bit low, but this is almost the deepest we've probably ever seen it. I think 2 springs ago we had a pretty good melt off.
Yeah.
And things got pretty out of control. That's what I can't wait to see down here is how close it was to a couple years ago. But then over on this side, the culvert that runs on the road, under the road, you can't hear this water running normally, but it's really coming through here and you can hear it pretty good. So we're gonna go over and check. Our pond is the most water in it we've ever seen. So we're gonna take a look at that. Now it's just a seasonal pond. It's only here in the spring. The ducks love it, but we'll see, it's almost to the road over here. So we do live in a swamp pretty much. There's high areas and low areas. It's really interesting, but this is definitely the most water we've ever seen in our seasonal pond. It's only about maybe 1.5 feet below the road level. And even our big willow, that we've never seen it underwater, and it's underwater. We have 2 big apple trees over there that I've never seen underwater, and they're underwater. So there's a lot of water.
Still we have a lot of snow too, so
Yeah.
it'll probably be overflow.
Yeah, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
And if tomorrow's supposed to be in the 50s.
Yeah.
But no rain. It doesn't look like too much rain over the next couple days, so that'll save us from probably too much more. All right, we want to walk. There's our culvert that from this stream we just saw runs over here and then runs under the road. We want to look at that real quick. We like to take the back way home when we drive home. This is kind of a side road, but we haven't been driving it right now because it's very ruddy, and when it's muddy, you got to gun it from that side to this side. You want to make it. Right now it's frozen, at least the ground is, so it's not too bad. So this is across the street from us, and there's usually just a little flowing stream over here. This is a piece of property we'd really like to have, hopefully someday. It's a nice 40. It has springs on it, but you can see it's swampy. We want it more just so we can build a trail on it. It's a beautiful property.
Mostly swampy all around the year.
Yeah, it's pretty swampy. Yeah, it's not too clogged. I mean, it's flowing pretty good. So this is the inlet here that goes across to our property. It's completely underwater. It's flowing good though. Oh, hi, buddy. Wow. It's actually like, I've never seen water like this coming out of there. Usually there's just a little pond of water right here and then a tiny little stream that we can jump right over. It's not very big, but no jumping over it right now.
No.
We'd probably need waders. Yeah. It's nice though. This is the nice thing about living up here is it's meant to take lots of water. It really, it takes a lot to flood us up here compared to when we lived in Vegas. You'd get a little rain and you'd flood. But here the ground really soaks it up. These trees are all used to being in kind of a swampy, wet area. So it doesn't really affect us too much. It's just interesting to see.
Yeah. Yeah, just in the spring. For the rest of the year.
Yeah, you'd never know.
No.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the other side of our pond, and then we also want to go down and see where, I believe it's the Slap Neck, which is a little creek that runs near us,
yeah,
to our neighbor's property. Take a look at where that's at.
Yeah.
So this is looking back across our seasonal pond from the other direction. It's definitely the biggest we've ever seen it. It's almost up to the garden beds over here, and then our high tunnels are there. It's right up to the base of our willow tree, which is right here. Willows luckily don't mind a little bit of water. So you can see right around the base of this apple tree is a big puddle of water. So this little area is another low spot on our farm, and it never hardly has water sitting in it. It's definitely usually kind of juicy when you walk around, but the ducks right now are happy as can be because it's full of water. Yeah, we're gonna have a very wet farm this spring. All right, then right across the road here, we're gonna look. This is where the creek, the bigger creek runs, and it's right up to the road. So I'll have to pull up the footage and put it side by side with this footage from a couple years ago, because we were doing this exact walk, I think 2 springs ago.
Yeah, but that one was in May, I think.
Was it in May?
Yeah, when we got 2 feet of.
Oh, that is. It was like a May snowstorm. We had 2 feet of snow. But right now, I mean, it's literally flowing right along the road right here. And we've never seen it up quite this high, but close. Oh, Pepper's a water dog. She don't. Look at her. She's like, did you get stuck in it, Pepper? Good girl. I'd stay out of there. Wow. Yeah, our neighbors tell stories of the year this washed out, and they had to drive through our neighbor's property up through our field to get out to the main road because they couldn't drive through here. Yeah. It was underwater. And I'd say this year is going to be pretty close to that.
Yeah. Almost. You can see the water.
Yeah. Yeah, if it gets any higher, it'll just wash right across the road here. Woo!
Yeah. All right.
What do you think, Jose?
I think time to back to work.
Time to go back to work?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's boring.
Oh.
All right, got to go get our chores done. So I have to be quick because the chickens are not yet on pasture. They're all up here. They tend to think whatever goes on this cart is a smorgasbord for them. And I don't want them eating my plants. right, so we're all set in here to do the summer squash, the cucumbers, the peas, and the radishes. So I'm going to get started on the summer squash and the cucumbers. We are planting Maverick, which is a very early variety that we had good luck with last year. It produced almost the whole season, and it would have continued to produce, but we pulled the plants because we had the schedule, because they don't usually last the whole summer up here. So we had it on the schedule to pull them. We had something else going in the ground, so we ended up pulling them, but they probably would have went the whole season. We're going to try them again this year in here. So we'll put Maverick down on this end, and then on that side will be a few Golden Glories, which are the yellow we grow. That'll be the second row in from the wall. And then the next row in, the one a little bit further inside, will be the cucumbers. They like a little bit more heat, want it to be a little bit warmer, so we're going to move them just a little bit inside. And then Jose will cover these, and we'll keep these covered until for sure the nights are staying above freezing. Yeah. Because we don't want them to get chilled too much. But the soil's warm enough in here now, and we have about 3 or 4 really warm days in front of us that'll help get them established before we get some more cold nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Nothing. Just stay here.
I don't think so. So you're going to do the peas.
Yep.
And the radishes.
Yep.
So the peas we're doing are just the super sweets right now, and then we are planting. Usually we wouldn't put those on the outside row, but that's what we have available right now. We're trying to adjust because we don't have the plastic on outside. Yeah. And then we plant 4 varieties of radishes because we like some mix in our bunches. We're doing Bacchus, which is a purple, the Pink Beauty, which are pink, Sora, which is a red, and then of course French Breakfast.
Nice.
Yeah, so those are all the varieties. Jose's going to use the Jang Cedar for those. All right, let's get this done.
All right.
We did it!
Yep. Cucumbers and summer squash.
Planted.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got 3 beds done. I love when stuff gets done. So Jose seeded radishes, the peas are done. And then he also, because we had some extra space, we didn't need to plant that many radishes. We put the little Hawkerite turnips in the ground down at the end there, which needed to be done anyway. So that got done, and then of course we have the summer squash and the cucumbers. Now there were extras left, and I will save those for maybe a week or 2 because we always lose a few after we plant. Yeah. I'm not sure if they dampen off or it's just random. So we usually lose about 6 plants. Not so much of the summer squash, but cucumbers just have a hard time right after we transplant them, especially this early in the season. It's pretty cold out here. So what are you going to do right now, Jose?
Well, they need extra protection for tonight and for the next couple nights, so I will put the
covers.
The cover, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to put the row cover on there to make sure, because until the nights stay steady above freezing, they need to stay covered. Yeah. And the next few nights aren't going to be bad. They would be fine. But then we have several nights below freezing. And so yeah.
Extra protection.
The nice thing is with the black plastic on it, and Jose's had it on there for several days, that soil is nice and warm. So that'll keep the plants plenty warm in here. All right. So I got to get a few things done, and you're going to finish that.
Yep.
And then I think our day's done.
Yeah. So waiting for the snow.
No more snow. Oh, to melt.
To melt.
Yeah, it's melting fast.
Yeah, it's going fast.